My mom forced me. It was not where my first choice. She's like, it's gonna be real cheap. Go. But when I got there, like the whole football team was dudes from Chicago, Hawaii, Georgia. I mean, everywhere. Seattle. And that was the first, like, where I started to see regional aspects. Because the dude from Chicago would always come back with tapes. The dudes from Atlanta were obviously outcast at the time, right? Like, that was it. So it was like I was getting a broader picture of not only the music, but like the cultural elements behind it. Because I was living with these, guys in a dorm or whatever. And so that, like, there it was like we would freestyle in dorm rooms and stuff like that, right? And this is pre-Eminem, so at the time, like, it was kind of like, fucking white dude, shut up, go away. Even though I lived with them, this isn't a thing. And I remember specifically the Chicago dude had taped Eminem's I Just Don't Give a Fuck and Low Down and Shifty off of a radio station there. And when they found out he was white, there was so much disappointment. Because the songs were so good, everyone was playing them in the room, and then it was all of a sudden like he was on MTV, and it was like, oh, this, what? Wow. And then shut down. But it was like from there, that was kind of like my first, like, being really around, like I said, a lot of different cultures and a lot of different, I've heard a lot of people talk about this here, like the Midwest is kind of this melting pot of styles and things like that, right? But like that year I spent there was really that way because of all these transplants from other places, right, bringing that in. I left there, I came to Des Moines the next year. I went to Drake for a little bit and didn't really do much. That was when I was like, I want to make music. I met, we had been kind of making music over the summer, putting stuff online back in like the origination of mp3.com. Mm-hmm. And we were connecting with artists here, artists in Cedar Falls at the time. And so I moved here, and from that I connected with a group called Cleo's Apartment. Specifically their DJ, his name was Jeff, he went by Jazz Cop. But he was like the first real, like, full-on, like, hip-hop producer that I met. Like, he was the first guy who really dug for records, had samples, and was doing all of that. So I hooked up with him and some other guys here locally, and man, that just kind of like, from there it was like I had the equipment because my mom had all this music equipment growing up. So I had microphones and recorders and all that, and I had my first computer, like fucking Cool Edit Pro, right? Mm-hmm. And that was it. It was just like I've skipped so many classes, so many things to stay in my dorm room, and just, I mean, for probably that whole first year of school there, all I did was make music. That's all I did.